Welcome to Northernlights. I'm Dwain.
Mark.
And today we're going to talk about Vince McMahon retiring from WWE. For those who don't know, Vince McMahon announced his retirement tonight on Twitter just a couple of hours ago. And that's it. He's gone. What do you think about that, Mark? Are you sort of...
Well, I was shocked because I was convinced that Earth would just have Vince McMahon, Keith Richards, and Ozzy Osbourne left. Like that's all that would be, and cockroaches maybe. That's all that would be there after the apocalypse. I'm also surprised he's done it on Twitter. Of all things, it's Vince McMahon, isn't it? You know, you wouldn't expect that. You'd expect like the red carpet out, and there's trombone players, and then he'd just come out and just do a speech that he's retiring.
Well, that's what makes me think, has he been forced out? And that's why he's done it on Twitter. Because, like you said, if Vince McMahon's going to retire, he's going to go out in a big way. He's going to come out on SmackDown, stun a Stephanie, do whatever he wants, say, and all this rubbish, all that classic Vince stuff. And that's not happening. Or maybe it is. Maybe we'll see tonight when SmackDown's on. But, there's been a lot of controversy around Vince McMahon. And, there's the sexual allegations, spending his money on affairs, basically keeping people quiet with injunctions and things like that. And shareholders don't like that kind of thing. Nobody likes that kind of thing, of course. Nobody's excited about, sexual harassment. Of course not. But, that's going to take a dip in stocks. It's going to worry advertisers. So it feels that perhaps he was forced out in some ways.
Yeah, I feel that as well, because Vince never showed any signs of wanting to slow down. His body wouldn't let him, but it seems like he was just going to be there forever. And exactly like you were saying, wants to go out with a bang. I'm surprised he didn't announce his retirement after he did a Buried Alive match or something like that. That's old Vinnie Mac, isn't it? But yeah, that kind of, I think maybe this is a thing of, okay, so... Because you know what Vince is like anyway. When all this came out, a few weeks ago, sort of thing, he turned up on Raw.
Yeah.
Straight away that night, sort of thing. That's Vince, though, isn't it? She's said millions of times before, he thrives off, the sort of deep waters, that kind of thing. I know this is a different kettle of fish.
Yeah.
But he'll charge into it head on. But maybe this is all just made him. You know what? I'm 77. It's it's time to go.
Yeah.
But I almost feel like that, that lad, the high schooler who still believes in Santa Claus. I don't want him to go.
Yeah,
but this is just childhood me. You remember all the things, the funny moments and all that kind of stuff. What do you think about it in general?
But yeah, you've brought up a good point there that he's 77. So maybe he hasn't been pushed out. That seems the more likely answer. But he's old now. And when he came out at Mania, it was a little bit embarrassing for him.
This year.
Yeah, when he came out Mania this year and he went when he got stunned and he sort of missed it entirely. It was really awkward. And whenever he does promos now, it's just like, he doesn't really know what's going on. He's nonsensical. So either way, controversial or not, it is time for him to step away. But
yeah, the entire match of him and Pat McAfee, you get that he's old and you get a little bit, but for me, that's too much like, well, he's too old to be doing this. If you've got to rely that heavily on Pat selling, getting kicked in the stomach with an American football, and then get pinned, you're like, well, don't be doing this length of a match then.
Yeah.
Just have a little, you would even say just take a stunner, but we've seen how that went.
I know, and
it was staggering around like an uncle at a wedding.
Yeah.
It was stupid, wasn't it?
Yeah. Well, that's what I don't believe it is a work. I think this is 100% real. But what if he comes out on SmackDown tonight? He's got, a pink jacket on like Mark Henry, and just batters Triple H or Shane McMahon and says, look, this is my company forever. Screw you all. Tell us all to suck it. And then it is possible. I would not be surprised if that happened tonight. And this was just a massive marketing ploy.
Well, maybe I've never actually thought about it like this. You know, like the rumors of it going back to TV14 again. Maybe this is because what they knew a while ago, you know, that Vince were going to retire. So okay, try and make it TV14 again. Now we haven't got the overlook of Vince. I don't know. It's just a possibility, I guess. But like, if he goes, would Triple H get it? I think, or Steph.
Well. So yes. So Stephanie McMahon took his place as I don't know his exact title, but she's now got his title. But she got that a couple of weeks ago when the controversy came out. So he did already step down from that role. So maybe the writing was on the wall that he was going to retire. And Triple H today just announced that he's now head of talent relations, which he was already. That was his job before. So, you know, he's going to be in charge of booking wrestlers and things like that. And so if you're booking the wrestlers and bringing them on, you're likely going to have more say within the creative side of things. And that's what I really hope, because, like, you know, I love Vince and I loved, you know, a lot of things he's done in WWE, but it's time for a change. And I'm really excited to see what's going to happen now, because you're saying it's coming out of PG, you know, it's coming out of the PG era. It's going to be TV14 and we're going to get a new creative head, and I really hope that's Triple H, because he did some wonderful work with NXT.
I just couldn't help but think about Owen Hart there, where enough is enough, is time for a change. That's all I pictured then. As you were saying that, you went through a big speech, and all I could imagine was Owen Hart or Paddy Pimblett, should I say?
Paddy Pimblett.
But yeah, well, that's the thing as well, isn't it? I mean, you want to clutch on to the memories of Vince, that kind of thing, but hence why I haven't been a regular WWE fan for a number of years now, because it just doesn't, the company doesn't speak to me personally. So almost with Vince leaving and the position open, potentially Triple H or something like that, like you said, I had the talent relations, you almost get a sense of, for me personally, who doesn't really watch it too much, you get a sense of, this might be my chance to become a fan again.
100%. You know, it's tonight's SmackDown is going to probably the most watched SmackDown of the year, right? Just think how many people are going to be watching this. One, it's the go home SmackDown of SummerSlam. Oh no, it's not. That's next week, isn't it? It's the go home of SummerSlam next week. But this week, it's still that build up to SummerSlam. Vince McMahon's just announced he's retired. What is going to happen tonight on WWE TV? People are going to be so excited. They're going to come in their droves. It's now TV14, something crazy might happen, or maybe I'm just having too much wishful thinking. Maybe it's more going to be a slow burn, which is probably more likely that's going to happen. It's going to be like over the next 2-3 months where we're going to really see big changes made.
Yeah, well, I'd say more than likely probably a slow burn. Knowing WWE as a company anyway, you know, if the guy's just announced his retirement today to the public, you know, he might have announced his retirement to the board, the heads of directors weeks ago. But unless they turned it into a storyline. But again, I'm the same as you. My hopes are in high regard, and then I'm always let down by WWE, to be honest, in recent years. But I think, Dwayne, it might be fun just to sort of round off the video, do a bit of a round robin of what's your favorite Vince moment or moments, because there's been many over the years.
Yes. Well, my favorite Vince McMahon moment is when he does the lie detector test with Hulk Hogan. Though it's not Hulk Hogan, because the lie detector test said it's not him. So it can't.
You believe that until this day, pretty much.
Well, it's a lie detector test, Mark. They never lie. They're not wrong.
Got to be real on it.
But when he's just going through all this stuff and he's like, I'm not a pervert. I didn't. Well, maybe
the detector was real. It was real.
Yeah, the lie detector test probably is real. So see, it's not Hulk Hogan. But yeah, that's definitely my favourite moment. And what about you, Mark?
Well, to be honest, I'd have trouble because I've got to rack my brains. I'm obviously thinking way back when. The entire feud with Stone Cold, because that went on for a good few years, but it didn't feel like it ran its course or anything. He was the evil boss and he played the Mr. McMahon character so well. You know, he was the guy that you wanted to hate, and you know, everyone related to the Austin character at the time because he was just so wrong, wasn't he? It's like his quotes as well, walked around the strut. I loved when the Kiss My Ass Club opened up Again, we've got an ongoing theme here, haven't we? A lie detector. I'm no pervert. Now he's got a kiss my ass club. This is skewing my memories.
Oh no! And that's the
But
thing.
it was with my uncle's old friend William Regal. Because if you go back and watch that, it's the night after the Invasion lost at Survivor Series, and it was William Regal doing that to keep his job, and it's just so funny. I was giving him like chapstick and all that. He said, "I'm not about to let someone kiss my ass with chap lips." And he's like, "I can even make my ass do tricks. Watch this." And it's like, oh, it's like a twerk before a twerk. It was just crazy, but
Yeah.
it's overall, it does feel like very much the end of an era. And we know he's 77, you know what I mean? And it just feels like he's been around forever. He's just part of the furniture with WWE. He's just synonymous with the boss of the company, you know what I mean? I'll be tuning in,
Yeah,
you know,
definitely.
to
I think a
see
lot
what
of
happens.
people will be, yeah. And I'm excited to see what happens. But I think no matter what you think about Vince, you know, and his personal problems and all that that's just come out, he still had a long career as the face of wrestling forever. You know, he's done some brilliant things. He's made some exciting TV. And it's a happy day and yet a sad day all at once, really, for me. But I do think that's all we've got time for. Thanks everyone for watching. If you can like, comment, and subscribe, it really does help us out.